Okay, so just one last thing. I now need to get it to jump from the how did I do page back to the start if I click that I want to have another go. So I've clicked on the hello tab at the top, I've edited it, and it shows me the number I need is 3453416. And I've gone down here and I've created the JavaScript I need. What I wanted to do at the end of it, of course, is jump to that page. But before it goes back to the start page, it's got to put all of the variables back down to 0. So what I want to do here is I want to say that number 1, number 2, the score, the total, the answer and the right answer are now all have a value of 0. So when it goes back to the beginning of the game, what it'll do, it'll start everything off from the same place. So I'm going to copy that, so Control C. I'm going to go to my app, and this is going to go onto the how did I do page. So try again and edit. The action needs to be a JavaScript page. And if I Control and V, what I'm saying is when you click on this button, set number 1 to 0, number 2 to 0, the score to 0, the total to 0, the answer to 0 and the right answer to 0, and then jump back to the start page. So if I save that, okay, if I click on that, it goes back to here. So if I can put in any name I want, click on Fred, tap to continue, it goes to here. 1 and 8 equals 9. Click submit. Well done. Okay, 6 and 9 is 15. Okay, I'm just going to keep clicking that now. When I eventually get up to 10 times, it jumps on, shows me that only 2 of my answers were right. So, well done Fred, you completed the maths quiz, you scored 2 out of 10. Would you like to try again? It takes me back to the beginning, and if I tap to continue, if I go back to this one here, they're all set to 0, and they're all set to 0. So that is now my app finished. The last thing I want to do is I want to actually now publish it, which I can have a look by publishing, and that gives me a published version, or simply share it, click on the preview, and it'll show me the thing working properly on here. And if I now use a QR reader to copy that code, I can now make that appear on a real smartphone. Okay, so if I see now I don't get any of these horrible buttons coming up, I can click on these and it gives me all the right answers.